Good morning. Y'all already know who it is, the host of the fastest growing YouTube channel on the planet. This is Paul TV AM. Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Y'all already know my journey. Y'all already know. That's for my out-of-towners. The Metro, y'all already know. I'm chasing the bag. And one thing, if it ain't about the money, I don't be involved in it. That's one thing about this man right here. So I'm on my way to work. And on that, I got to say, shout out to the Cowboys. We got a nice little victory yesterday. So I was talking to everybody. People written me, man, my show is picking up steam, man. So you know, like at least, I keep it real, at least 7 people written me. Paul, how do you feel about the MTV Awards and Surviving R. Kelly getting an award for the best documentary? I'm just gonna put it to you like this. To me personally, that wasn't a good look. You know what I'm saying? I know people that has been a part, victims that have been sexually abused and stuff like that. And the docu, it wasn't right on all fronts. And let me tell you why. A lot of people that are sexually abused, nothing was given to them. You see what I'm saying? Their innocence was taken from them. So on that note, these females were looking for stardom. You can't tell me that their parents did not know what was going on. You can't sell that to me, young. Why was you saying your underage daughter? Let's just think about this for a minute. Why would you send your underage daughter on tour with a grown-ass man? And he's singing songs, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Sex me, baby. Your body is my playground and all of that. Let's be honest. We have to be honest. The parents failed them in this situation because the parents knew what was going on. And a lot of them women knew what was going on too. And I think this whole thing is a ploy to make sure that R. Kelly can't make no kind of comeback. I'm talking about none whatsoever. He will never be able to ever. He's gonna go broke behind this shit. They trying to besmear this man. They trying to besmear him, yeah. And it's sad. And it's real sad. It's sad what they do to our black stars. Just like the whole thing with the Paul Mooney and Richard Pryor shit. Everybody got all this shit to say when Richard Pryor is gone. You know what I'm saying? The same way like how they did that Surviving Neverland shit. Well, Leaving Neverland shit. Even though Mike did, they still try to besmirch him too. We just live in a culture where everybody is a victim instead of people just calling shit what it really is. That's just like me as a man. If a woman called me at 2 o'clock in the morning, why? First of all, I'm about to be married. Why are you calling? I may even ask questions as a man. Why are you calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning? Why can't we have a meeting in the daytime? So we live in a victim culture. And I'm the first one to say it, every female ain't no victim. I say it all the time, and that's why this Me Too shit gonna be over real soon, because somebody gonna get caught lying. I'm telling you, watch. And y'all, when it happens, y'all gonna be like, damn. Paul said it on Paul TV, he said it on this show, yeah. And I just think them people getting a MTV Movie Award for Surviving R. Kelly, that was wrong. It was wrong on so many levels, but you have to read in between the lines on what they trying to do. And then what's gonna happen, R. Kelly he already don't have no publishing, but they trying to make it where he can't get none of his work back. He not gonna be able to afford to. And then, like they do, his value gonna be so low that what they're gonna force him to do to sell his works for a cheap price. He probably sell this shit for like 20 million or something. And they fuck around and make hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They just trying to basically make sure that he cannot come back. Like I say, I don't support sexual abusers. I don't support sexual abuse. But my thing is, if something happened, you need to speak right away, because you could save other people from being abused. And that's just real about it. You know what I'm saying? But we live in a culture where, to me, every woman ain't a victim. I'm sorry. If you're 20-some years old or over that, now kids is different. It's easy to manipulate kids. You can't manipulate no adults, yeah. And you're not going to tell me, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I just went up there. I didn't know what was going to go on. I'm a man, and if somebody tell me to come somewhere at 3 o'clock in the morning, I ain't going, yeah. I'm not going to go, because I'm like, that ain't right. I have somebody. It don't look appropriate. It don't feel appropriate. So maybe it's not appropriate. But the whole thing was a fiasco, Jeff. You know, and like I said, we have to call it what it is. Them women knew what they was getting into, yeah? And their parents knew what was going on. I'm a firm believer, if R. Kelly got to go down, then the parents should be going down too. And some of their kids was gone for days and weeks at a time. And where was the police reports or anything like that?
Next stop is Waterfront.
Oh, God.
Step back. Doors closed. Step back.
This one's super
Allow the
crowded.
doors to close.
Well, yeah, man. Where was anybody at? That's like me. If I know some people selling drugs, and I know somebody known drug dealer, but I send my son with him, and I'm like, oh, he underage. I'm like, all right, it's cool for him to go ahead and hang out. Then my son get caught in a car with them, in a car full of, give or take, 30 or 40 kilos of cocaine. So it ain't my fault. I knew the person was a drug dealer. But yeah, I sent my son off with him anyway. I said, oh yeah, you can go ahead and go out of town with him, it's cool. I'm gonna be at fault. So okay, it's a grown ass man, grown as fuck. We sending our teenage daughters off with him. We ain't chaperone or nothing. Who in their right mind wanna send a child off that far alone like that? Some of us don't even send our kids nowhere to spend a night with people, let alone go cross country with them.
Doors opening on the
So,
left.
like I said, these females got what they wanted. They got their stardom. You know what I'm saying? They got what they was looking for. You know what I'm saying? They're probably gonna write some books, get a couple little million. But
We haven't turned on the heat and we have the window open.
yeah,
Doors open. Step back to allow
I'm
customers
sorry,
to
man.
exit.
This joint is crowded.
When boarding, please move to the center of the car. This is a green line.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna get their little moment to shine or whatever the case may be. And it's just crazy,
Step back. Doors
you know.
closed.
And what's sad is, you know, like I said, I'm not supporting, nor am I saying it's right for any kind of sexual abuse to happen. I'm not saying that at all. But you got to look at the part that the parents played in this whole thing. You got to look at them. You just can't say, oh, it was just R. Kelly. No. Where was the police reports? Where was any of this at? Everybody knew that man background, because when he was even talking to Aaliyah, she was underage. So everybody knew this, but yeah, you would still send your daughter off. Because I know when I was a kid, we talked about that. Everybody like, damn, R. Kelly old as shit and Aaliyah young as fuck. And they up here talking to each other. And I felt as though it was much more than just a mentorship. And in this one, I was like 13 or 14. I'm like, nah, there's something up with them two. You know what I'm saying? If you listen, you know, I said, it's something up with this bullshit. And I was a kid. So I know if I'm a kid at this point and I felt as though it was something going on, did I know the adults in this situation knew it was something going on too?
Connection is available to the Virginia Railway Express.
You know? It's just crazy. The world, you we live in where everybody is a victim. And it's
Doors
safe.
opening on the right.
Have a good day.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to
Oh,
exit.
thank you. Man, look at this shit, y'all. It's crowded as shit. It's people everywhere. But yeah, man. So I look at the whole situation, and you can't sit and say, like, the parents are responsible for what took place. They gave their daughters away. That's the same way. If I'm not sending my underage child to nobody's house that I don't know, let alone a motherfucker, you going across country, you going to Atlanta, you going to California, you going to all these different places. And me as your parent, I'm gonna send you off. But the parents knew. The parents knew. I'm gonna keep it real. They knew. They knew what was going on. The parents knew. And they looked at it like this. Okay. My daughter gonna go with R. Kelly, and my daughter gonna get famous. She gonna be they gonna be famous singers, and that's what it was based on. They seen R. Kelly coming a mile away. They seen it, and like I say, the parents felt all this shit. Like I say, was a big money grab. And like I say, I don't support sexual abuse. I think if you do sexual abuse, you should be locked up. But because y'all don't want to talk to me, but I'm going to hit you with the butt. But you're not going to tell me that these young women nor their parents did not know what was going on. And the parents need to be prosecuted too, because they felt they should. They felt them. They felt them.
Doors open. Step back to
The parents
allow
felt their daughters.
customers to exit.
They felt them. I don't care how you try to put it.
Cargo Town Center. The next
Yeah,
stop
excuse
is
me.
Federal Center Southwest.
Yeah, the parents felt it.
That's kind of like
The parents felt these kids hands down.
Step back.
You know,
Doors
and it's just
open.
sad how they do our black celebrities, you know. Like I say, they tear them down so much to where it ain't gonna be no coming back, you know. R. Kelly, you know, like I stood up there and said, we lived in a society with years and years. I'm talking about in the 30s and 40s. I had grandmothers that was getting married at 13 to 14 years old. Some of them even 15 and 16. My grandma Lucille was married like it. I think she was married at like, I know it was before 18. I know that much. You know, that was the days and times. Like I stood up there and say, Elvis was dealing with Priscilla. She was young as shit. You know what I'm saying? Mick Jagger was dealing with, but like I said, but when you black and you do it, it's a whole different ball game, man. It's a whole different ball game of how the society is. Like I stood up here and said, they so quick. You see, Bill Cosby sitting in jail right now. Harvey Weinstein, what he doing? He chilling. But one thing I would say, you don't hear white people talking about his ass at all. You see, that shit was swept under the rug. He gave up $40 million to the victims, and he ain't no court date, ain't shit. You don't even see Oprah doing the surviving Harvey Weinstein. Matter of fact, from what I hear, she is still friends with this man. The shit was just a fiasco, what they do to our black stars. And I'm not saying that R. Kelly was innocent, but at the same time, these parents knew what the fuck was going on. And all these people sitting up here saying all this shit trying to talk about R. Kelly. Like I said, we all as men that are 40 years old knew when we was going to high school that a lot of the bad, if the girls was bad, if they were bad joints, they was talking to men that was way, way older than them. I had a friend when I was going to school. Like I stood up there and said, every time I look, her cousin was coming to pick her up. All the time. Oh, this my cousin. Oh, this my brother. Oh, no. Brothers wouldn't Oh no, it would be like this my cousin or this my uncle. That's what it would be. And at that time, you know, everybody was on Maximas and Honda Accords. You know, this the 90s. You know what I'm saying? This like, give or take, 90, 94, 95. You feel what I'm saying? And Honda Sonatas. You know what I'm saying? Them cars was popular. Like, Maxima was like, just like you having, what's the little joint that everybody be driving? Impalas. That's how they was back then. Honda Accords was the Impala of the day, of today's generation. All right, you had you a Honda Accord. Oh, you was, or a Maxima. Oh yeah, you was getting some pussy, easy. I ain't gonna even lie, easy. So a lot of the bad joints, niggas used to get mad like, damn, yeah, cause you couldn't compete with that. You know what I'm saying? The bad joints, you know what I'm saying, was always talking to the niggas that had cars, or they was always dressing good and always had extra money. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know how my relationship is with females. I had one friend, I don't know, she be broke, but when she come back from her uncle, shit, we walk to the store getting snacks, roll-ups, all that shit. So I don't understand, but the main people that's complaining about R. Kelly this and he that, y'all was the same motherfuckers fucking with older dudes. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all done had kids with them motherfuckers too. Because I know a lot of motherfucking females, they like 40, but they whole baby father like 60 something. You know what I'm saying? Or they 30, they like 30, and that baby father like 55, 56. Yeah, hell yeah, I done seen it. Or the woman be like 35, and her baby father like 51. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't understand why everybody acting like they didn't know the situation. But at the same time, them parents knew what the fuck was going on with that R. Kelly shit. And they sent their daughters off with that man. Because they was looking at it like, okay, we're gonna get started. So if R. Kelly is getting prosecuted, then why the fuck the parents ain't getting prosecuted? Hell no. Hell no. Especially, now I can see if they was in school or something and they was sneaking off. Okay, you can't account for that because you think they in school. But when you send your kids off underage with somebody and you're not chaperoning them and some shit like this happens, you just as wrong as R. Kelly is. But like I say, it was a money move. And I bet you if you look at some of these parents' bank accounts, R. Kelly was giving them money. I know he was giving them money. I know without a shadow of a doubt that he was giving them money. But they don't bring that up because, like I said, it's a financial grab. They trying to make sure that R. Kelly, they can be able to take all his work, all his art, and he won't receive not a goddamn red cent for it. Not a red cent. Man, they trying to make sure R. Kelly don't get a red cent for nothing. They trying to make sure, but doing that, surviving R. Kelly getting an award at the MTV Awards, it's crazy, yeah. That shit is crazy, Joe. It's real crazy. Like I say, I'm not a component of sexual abuse. I know people that have been sexually abused, and a lot of people that have a lot of sexually abused people, they was all on the internet. I got people that was talking about it, and I went to go look on the internet, and a lot of people didn't like that. You know, and a lot of people say as being victims of sexual abuse, they didn't appreciate that. They didn't appreciate that. Cause it's like you sensationalize that bullshit. Y'all sensationalizing the shit, but nobody asking the real question. How was these underage girls, why were they allowed to go across country and their parents didn't say nothing? That's the questions. And you see, that's the world we live in. Nobody really want to ask questions. Nobody want to ask questions. Nobody want to say anything. No, and we live in a society where nobody want to call shit out. Just like Surviving Neverland. I called that shit out, and I knew they was lying. I knew them boys was lying. Them men were lying. Because my thing is, how even after all of that, you gonna bring your wife and kids to hang with Michael Jackson? You got mad because you couldn't be a part of that Michael Jackson show, that big Michael Jackson production. You got mad. Then all of a sudden, then you go to court and lie. That's perjury. But they ain't call it out. You get up there on the stand and say Mike never did nothing. Then all of a sudden, so that's perjury. But guess what? That was swept under the rug. You know, it's sad how they do our black celebrities. It's sad how they do them, yeah. The same way how Richard Pryor did and gone, and all of a sudden they trying to sweep her under the rug. They trying to bring up shit about him. You know what I'm saying? And he bisexual, it's this, it's that, it's that, and it's this. You know what I'm saying? Like that, that's fucked up. That's fucked up how they do our black celebrities, man. And that's the only thing I'm standing on. I'm not saying R. Kelly was right. I'm not saying that at all. But Paul, I hit you with the but. But R. Kelly wasn't alone. He wasn't alone in the wrongdoing. And like I said, these parents sold their daughters. Let's just call it what it is. That's like if a person bring their child over to my house and I send them off somewhere with somebody. What the fuck? I'm wrong. It's my job as a parent to protect somebody that's underage. That's my job. Now I know sometimes kids, especially in it, are sneaky as shit. My son being one of them. I know that if they're at school, you can't account for that. The most you can do, especially if you working, you know they getting dressed and you know they going off to school. Like I said, if this was happening during school hours, I would understand. But these people sent their kids with him and sent them on the road going across country. It was bullshit, young. And I ain't gonna lie, MTV was wrong as fuck for that. But I already understood. Because when you black aware, when you become black aware, I understood. They trying to make sure that they destroy, because that's how they do our black celebrities. They destroy them to a point where it ain't no coming back. Just like in Bill Cosby case. Same thing. They destroy, but it's just luckily Bill already had a lot of money. You feel what I'm saying? Bill already had a lot of money. But it's just, Bill got that bread. But in R. Kelly case, he should have had money. But they done drained them dry, They done drained him so much, even they would try to take R. Kelly bone marrow if they could. Now he gonna have to sell off shit for the cheap, just to get out of financial trouble. He gonna have to sell off shit, sell off songs, all sorts of kinds of shit. And it's sad, what they do to our black celebrities. It's sad how they do them, They just drain them so dry and it's fucked up, Like I said, if R. Kelly is blamed, he ain't the only blame. Them girls' parents should be blamed, and them girls knew what was going on too. I'm gonna tell you what it was. It's just that when the checks dried, oh shit, I'm a victim. That's all it was. They just thought they were supposed to get paid forever. But when R. Kelly moved on, okay, y'all not young no more. So when he moved on, it's like the money dried up. They wouldn't get no more checks. So the lady called. You want to do a documentary on R. Kelly? Yeah, let's go do it. Especially when you know there's some money in it. Like I said, if you look at the whole situation, even what went on, Aaliyah was the only one who was with R. Kelly that became famous. She was the only one who left R. Kelly and made something of herself. These women just really wasn't stars for real. They just thought, and that happens a lot of times. A motherfucker think, okay, I can fuck my way to the top. It don't work like that. You gotta have some sort of talent. Now, if you the Kardashians, that's different. But you know how they get their stardom built. They deal with black stars. Just like nobody knew who Kim Kardashian was until she made the sex tape with Ray J. They good with sleeping with black celebrities. And they just built their popularity up off that. But for every Kim Kardashian, there's females out here that they done slept with her, and you don't go nowhere. They ain't going from here to this fucking cell phone. Kim K is famous, but look at Black China. She just known for sleeping with motherfuckers, and she ain't got shit, basically. She got a little bit of money. She probably making money, off the child support the Tiger got to give to her, or Rob got to give to her. That's the only reason why she getting anything. But other than that, what the fuck is she? What type of star is she? What the fuck is she really famous for? Don't worry, I'll wait. Shit. I know motherfuckers from DC that done fucked with Black China. I know one of my folks, my own cousin fucked with the Black China. You feel me? So, yeah. It's just that once she got with Tiger, Tiger just saved the race. Tiger put her in a Ziploc bag with the bone on there. Tiger like this. You mine's name. That's what Tiger did. You mine's name. So once she got out there with Tiger, she started seeing that Miami money and started hanging with them celebrities. But some of this shit, they know what be going on. Like I say, them women got mad because they felt as though R. Kelly owed them something. They still, and it's the same way with Bill Cosby. I believe Bill like, well, that happened in the 40s, that happened in the 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm old. I don't really want to give you nothing. And guess what the fuck happened? That's when all of a sudden, Bill Cosby look what happened with Tiger Woods. The females come ask him, Tiger, can you give me some money? I need some money, Tiger. Tiger like, look, bitch, I done fucked with you. Look, bitch, I done fucked with you. Nah, dog, I'm cooler than chilling. Next thing you know, let's call it, Tiger Woods. They always do it to our black celebrities, Joe. It's a line. They go on and on and on and on with them pulling this shit. And it's sad. It's a bunch of bullshit. MTV knew what they was doing. It wasn't enough that the man already fucked up. And don't be surprised if R. Kelly don't wind up dead, I'm telling you. Don't be surprised. You heard it here on Paul TV first. Don't be surprised if you don't breaking news. Singer R&B great R. Kelly dies. Don't be surprised, Don't be surprised. Everybody sit up there and made fun of him when he was up there saying, telling Gayle King they trying to kill me. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Don't be surprised if R. Kelly don't wind up dead, Don't be surprised, I'm telling you. When it happened, I hope this shit right. I hope my show go viral. Cause I'm telling you, that man gonna wind up dying over a drug overdose or mysterious. Watch. Or fuck around because of all this stress that's going on and have a heart attack. I'm telling you. Watch. And they gonna take all his publishing. Cause you gotta always remember. Singers like R. Kelly is in the same thing as Michael Jackson, Elvis, all of them, whether you like it or not. He's one of the greatest R&B singers of our generation. Watch. It's gonna be a money grab. Watch R. Kelly wind up dying, I'm telling you right now. R. Kelly gonna wind up dying, And watch what we gonna do. We making fun when he was in front of Gayle King, saying, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? They trying to kill me, Gayle. And everybody was making fun of that shit. But I'm telling you, R. Kelly gonna wind up dead, And it saddens me to even say this shit. Like, because they trying to destroy him to a point. It probably ain't gonna be no coming back for him. And you always gotta notice, as a black celebrity, your shit is worth more when you're what? When you dead. They trying to psychologically and emotionally destroy R. Kelly, But motherfuckers out here done did the same shit, but walking scot-free. Meaning Harvey Weinstein. Look at what's his name. Look at Woody Allen. Woody Allen was sleeping with his own daughter. Woody Allen slept with his own daughter and wound up marrying her and got kids with her. His adoptive daughter on that. And we all know she was underage. But wasn't shit said. Wasn't nothing said about that. So if you can support Woody Allen, and I don't see nobody going after Woody Allen, then why is everybody attacking R. Kelly? That's the question that we as a whole need to be asking. All right, y'all, that's my show. I love everybody. As y'all can see, I'm almost at work. I love everybody. Take care. I will be hitting y'all with another show later. But until then, salute to my soldiers. Thank you and your families for the sacrifice you guys have made to make my show's platform even possible. Hey, you know Paul TV is very inactive. If anybody got anything that they want to add to the show, you know, feel free to come on. I will talk to you. We can go live. And you can put your face up in the black box so we can debate. Like I say, Paul TV is very inactive. Check out my YouTube page, P_Nice, Moss Media. Until next time, everybody have a great Monday and a great day at work and school. Until next time, this is Paul TV, a Moss Media show. Have a great day, everybody, and great morning. Peace.